Hi, I'm Conrad Grunwald, an instructor at the Skip Barber Racing School here at Mazda Raceway, Laguna Seca. Let's go take a fast hot lap around this great racetrack in a Mazda RX-8. Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca is definitely one of the country's most famous racetracks. It has a very rich history, partially because of its gigantic elevation changes. Right. Coming up over the hill, this is turn 1 here, Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca. Best passing zone on the racetrack down here into turn 2. We're going to go hard on the brake initially, start our downshifts down into third, down into second gear, still braking, going to trail my brakes into the corner, coming off the brake. Starting to roll on the power, a little bit more power, full throttle on the way out. Up into third gear. Coming up to turn 3, we'll give it a little brush of the brakes, get the car load down, coming off the brakes nice and smooth. Rolling on the power through the corner. Coming up to turn 4, tricky right-hander, leads onto the second longest straight, a little tap of the brake. Coming off the brake and squeezing on the power, nice and gentle. Using up all the road on the way out. In a race, if you get a run on somebody out of turn 4, turn 5 is a prime passing opportunity. As we come down to turn 5, I'm going to do one downshift, go hard on the brakes, down into third gear, coming off the brakes nice and smooth, and squeezing on the power on the way out. Now we start our climb up the hill for the corkscrew. This is where all the elevation starts in Mazda Raceway. Coming up to turn 6, we'll leave it in third gear for turn 6. Very infamous corner. A lot of crashes happen here because it's a blind corner. Squeezing on the power, hit the compression at the apex, back on the power coming up the hill. This is the Ray Hall Straight, coming up the steep hill to make it to the corkscrew. This is one of the most famous corners in the world. And up over the first brow, start braking for the corkscrew. Coming off the brakes, getting my car pointed at the oak tree right there, and rolling on the power coming down the hill. Coming up to turn 9, rainy corner, fastest corner on the racetrack. Slow hands here, bend the car down to the apex, goes up all the road on the way out. Coming up to turn 10, give a shot of the brakes for turn 10, you got to get the car slowed down, coming off the brakes and rolling back on the power again. Goes up all the road on the way out. And finally turn 11, slowest corner on the racetrack. Exit speed very, very important here, so I'm going to get the car slowed down before I turn in. And pretty aggressive for the power coming out of the corner. And there we go with the lap.